I'm very passionate about Africa. Like, I am African. I was born there, raised there, grew up in the U.S.
Hello, everyone. I am here at the conference. Today's the last day, day 3. And I felt like I had to come today because they have a section literally devoted to the African diaspora. I have to get interviews with everyone that is speaking for that section. Like, they're clearly African diaspora leaders, and I'm walking to the conference right now, and I mean, it's a good day. Hello, everyone. I am the African diaspora. My name is Iveoma. I'm a blogger, and I focus on the African diaspora who've returned to Africa to start businesses. So how are you communicating? How are you guys networking? How are you guys letting other people know about these opportunities? There is this huge disconnect, and a lot of people like me, like you said, that most of us learn about opportunities by word of mouth. I want to know, how are you guys letting people know, and how are you networking in order to let the diaspora know about these opportunities on ground?
First, you have to connect locally, right? There are the Togolese Association, there's the Eritrean Diaspora Association, there's NIDA, there's a lot of organizations that exist, especially in DC and New York and the different hubs. Houston's a huge Nigeria hub, and there's tons of organizations, and you start here first. You can't start back there, you have to start here. Get yourself connected here, also get yourself informed about what's going on in the different regions. If you're going to move to Lagos or Abuja, it's going to be a different experience. So educate yourself, and then build bridges. Have someone here connect you to someone there. Every time we go to the continent, we don't go alone. I may physically be alone, but by the time I get to on the ground, my meetings are all set. So I would really encourage you to get connected here first with the diaspora community. Those communities are already tapped to the communities back home, and you can build those bridges.
More than anything else, is really sharing your story, letting many investors from the United States to learn that there are people that are on the ground that have done this. I've met with 2 media outlets here, PR folks that I wanted to connect with, Iveoma and Sara. And I told them that they just promote and encourage others, because there are hundreds, maybe thousands of other 350 million portfolio managers around the US that just don't have the understanding of where Africa is today. This wraps around perception issue with the continent. That's the biggest problem that we face every single day.
Hello, everyone. I am standing with Tamara Ray Stevenson, the founder of WANDA.
Is Women Advancing Nutrition, Dietetics, and Agriculture, launched just in 2016, a year ago, on International Women's Day in DC and Abuja, Nigeria, with a focus of how do we create 1 million women and girls to become leaders in the food system to create healthy, sustainable communities. And we've done that by creating this lovely character, Little Wanda. Who is all about using her magic apron to share the health and beauty of African foods to help heal her community, starting with her Nana, who has diabetes.
Tambra also released the books in English and Hausa.
Yes, it's bilingual, so you can actually have both reading simultaneously, English and Hausa, and the goal is to have every book feature a different country with English and an African language or the predominant language spoken in that country.
What I loved about Tambra is that she's actually Black American, and she traced her roots back to Nigeria. When did you do that?
2010 with AfricanAncestry.com.
This is inspiring for Black Americans who do want to connect more with their African roots and create businesses over there.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was it was kind of like every experience, work, job, opportunity kind of build upon one another. So it wasn't that it happened overnight. It was really falling into my calling, my purpose, my meaning. And so WANDA is really an accumulation of all of my trials, tribulations, and triumphs together that has evolved into this fabulous new character that I'm in love with, and I want you to fall in love with and love WANDA too.
Hello, everyone. Today I have Hellen Fissihaie. She is the founder of F3 Global. Can you tell us about why you founded that company?
I'm very passionate about Africa. Like, I am African. I was born there, raised there, grew up in the U.S. So definitely a diasporan. So I wanted to do something that, one, developed a different sense of economic prosperity for my family. Number two, I wanted to be able to actually have money to do something on the continent in a way that I could support entrepreneurs. And I started with entrepreneurs because I'm an entrepreneur, and so I wanted to build ecosystems that support them because you know, I want us to move away from aid. Like, I can't stand aid.
Exactly.
Right? And the best way to move away from aid is to develop businesses that thrive, or to build collectives that thrive, right?
So what does your company do to help that?
Okay, exactly. So we primarily focus on 3 areas, which is agriculture, health, and entrepreneurship, because they're all interlinked. So you can't have healthy people if you have a messed up agriculture pipeline.
That's true.
Right? And you can't have wealthy, educated people if you can't develop business on some level.
Okay.
And so we look at it as a triangle, and so we work in those sectors differently. When it comes to health, we look at the global health issue in those countries. So we work in the Caribbean, so we work in Africa, and then we work in Oman really right now in the Gulf region, but we're going to expand out to other parts.
When did you start this company?
2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, and you've expanded so much.
Yeah, part of it is that I was already doing parts of this.
Oh,
right?
okay,
So
already.
I was already like, I already had certain relationships. So when I left my company,
Hit the ground running.
I hit the ground running. The company primarily focuses in those 3 sectors. So we build teams that solve that problem. So we will go out and build the partnerships, create an integrated solution, and then come to the government and say, you have this health problem, or we know you have this health problem, and then we build those partnerships with the government.
So you would say you're like community engagement and stakeholder management partnerships.
Everything. Yep, exactly.
Mr. Alemayehu, can you tell us about why you were chosen to speak at the Diaspora Forum?
My name is Teferra Alemayehu, and I am a founder and executive director for New York Co-Founder Service Professionals that works with children who are adopted from Africa and who live here in the United States. So it's all about knowing their culture.
How do you help children with the identity crisis? Like, what does that entail? What does that mean?
Identity crisis is all about culture and in history and in a background. Identity is all about who you are. So not only the kids, but also when the adults, when they come like as an immigrant here, it is they are joining a new culture, a new kind of lifestyle, and the language, the food, and the whole complex, because culture is all about the whole complex thing. So that's the big problem. So this led to the identity crisis because they are joining a new culture, a new style, a new rules. The house is new, the smells, and the
So you help them navigate their new world.
Yeah, we help them navigate the new world.
Why is this important for the African diaspora?
Well, the Association of Women in Business in Ethiopia is actually not only diaspora, but also for women that are professionals who are trying to find a platform to connect, network and grow. So this is a platform that was created by, it happens to be a diaspora woman, but it's not a diaspora association per se. It's a very inclusive. We're trying to get all Ethiopian women, female leaders to the forefront and then help them to actually look into themselves, see their potential and unleash their potential to be leaders and help them to become who they want to be.
So do you have events in Ethiopia and in the States?
Actually, we're based in Ethiopia totally.
Oh, okay, totally based. Okay.
Totally based in Ethiopia, and then we have monthly events that we actually have topics. We bring speakers, and then we have topics to talk about about business, about personal transformation, about networking, about successful business people that are trying to also become visible. We bring them and share the information. We have 2 big events, yearly events. One is the May Forum, which happens, in May. It's kind of a dialogue, to create a dialogue and a skills-based forum. So that is open to public. It happens at the Economic Commission for Africa, and that is one of our biggest events that we have almost 500 participants.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and it's open for men and women and to the public. The other big program we have at AWIB is the Women of Excellence. which is actually happens also in October each year. And what it does is we bring all Ethiopians who are doing beyond themselves, who are contributing to their community using their status, so we celebrate those women.
Okay.
It's a celebration, creating, female role models for Ethiopian youngsters. So.
Hello everyone, I'm wrapping up. I'm actually at home. I just arrived. I literally just pulled in and I realized I didn't shoot like an ending video. So today was the third day of the conference, and it reminded me that there is value in what I'm doing. Sometimes I think what I'm doing is a little bit random, right? Like, I'm doing interviews with people, like, it just seems, but to go to this conference and to have people who I just tell them, like, look, I interview Africans in diaspora who are building businesses in Africa, and for them to get it like this, and for them to connect me to communications and PR and marketing companies in Africa, like it was nothing. It was really inspiring to me. It made me realize there is value in what I'm doing. People who have no connection to me, these people are strangers, they don't have to be nice, understand and they get the value in what I'm doing. They understand I'm trying to build a platform for the African diaspora, but also for a lot of African countries. A lot of African countries want the African diaspora. They want them back. They want to work with them, but they don't know how to connect with them. They don't know where to find them. They don't know how to speak to them. They don't know how to be searchable by Google, right? But I'm kind of building a platform that is easy to understand, something that's like incredibly valuable. And I didn't really think about it until I